Welcome back. It is time for our Ask the Vet segment, where we try to get some of our viewer questions answered about the best care for your family pet. And joining me once again is Dr. John Faught from the Firehouse Animal Health Center here in Austin. Thank you for being here once again.
Thanks for having us.
A little something different. Who'd you bring today?
This is Scrappy.
Scrappy. I don't know if we can see him through here.
Yeah, Scrappy's a
don't want him to run off.
Guinea pig that isn't too happy to be here right now, but wanted to try to show you guys something different today.
Yeah, and Scrappy's about how old?
About 2.5 to 3 years of age, I believe.
And what is that in guinea pig years? I have no idea.
Well, the average guinea pig lives to be about 5 to 8 years, so
okay.
We'll say kind of early to middle age.
Yeah, yeah, he's a young adult.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Well, we talk a lot about dogs and cats during this segment, but they're not the only house pets. What are some other pets that you may see come through your center?
Yeah, I was doing looking at some statistics and realized that the Humane Society has estimated that 47% of households have dogs and 46% have cats. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of other pets that people keep in their homes.
Certainly.
And so birds, snakes, even pocket pets like
guinea pigs,
like him, and then more and more we're seeing people that have backyard chickens and even some pot-bellied pigs and things like that.
Even into the barnyard animals, huh?
That's right.
How does the care differ, for some of these pets?
Well, a lot of it's about animal husbandry with these guys. It's you want to make sure that they have the appropriate food. With these guys, there are certain things like vitamin C that we really want to make sure that we supplement in their diet, make sure they're getting adequate levels of. But a lot of it's about the husbandry, creating an environment similar to what they would have in the wild, since they're not too far from their wild ancestors.
Sure. And medically speaking, what are some things you have to watch out for?
With guinea pigs, I think there's a couple of things we tend to talk to when people are interested in that. One is the vitamin C thing. We want to make sure that they get dietary sources of that, because they can't synthesize it themselves. So we want to make sure there's fruits and vegetables that they will eat that will help get the vitamin C that they need. Mm-hmm. The other things we watch out for are making sure that their environment is appropriate. They can have feet problems if they don't have. These guys in the wild live on grassy plains, and so you want to make sure they have good bedding, that they don't be put on a hard floor in a cage or something and be kept there. And then the last thing is they're really prone to pneumonia. Pneumonia is a really common thing with guinea pigs, and that if they get overly stressed, they can potentially develop pneumonia as a side effect of that. So.
Interesting. How do you tell if an animal like this is getting sick? Yeah,
it can be hard because they're pretty good at hiding those weaknesses. So we always are trying to make sure that they're eating well, make sure they're not losing weight. If they're obviously with pneumonia, we want to make sure they're not having any breathing problems or anything like that. If they're really good at grooming themselves and keeping themselves clean. So if their coat starts looking shabby, then those are the kind of the signs we'd want to watch out for. And the thing is that once they show some symptoms of being ill, they can go downhill quickly. So we want to make sure that they get checked out appropriately in a timely manner.
But they can be, once again, great household pets if cared for appropriately.
Certainly. They're very social animals, and they wants to go back.
He likes his little shelter.
They're very social animals, and what we find is that people who get guinea pigs actually realize they have great personalities. They actually make a lot of different vocal sounds, so people figure out what each sound actually means and actually can communicate with them. So it's kind of cool.
Trainable at all, or no?
I think trainable in some senses, probably not going to fetch the paper, but they're...
Yeah, they know when it's feeding time.
That's right. Right.
Dr. John Faught from the Firehouse Animal Health Center in Austin, thank you so much for being here once again.
Thanks for having us.
All right. If you would like to send us your pet questions, send them to askthevet@kxan.com. We'll try to get them answered right here on our show. We'll be right back.